Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Bodies of two dead men removed from septic tank. The bodies of two men have been removed from a septic tank in Money College hours after an intense wait that began in the early afternoon yesterday. The deceased are said to be from Spanish Town area of St. Catherine. A third man has been hospitalized. All three men went to Money College to clean a septic tank and were carrying out the job when things started going awry about 3:45 p.m. Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of crime in St. Anne Police Division, Linton Bailey, said the men were not employed to Money College. He further explained a privately contracted sewage removal company was removing sewage from some tanks at Money College. One of the workers went in and stayed unusually long. Another went to investigate, and he too was there unusually long. The third one went and did not come up. The emergency services, to include fire personnel, police, and the JDF, were alerted. The men were taken from the sewage tank. One of the workers, said to be the one who entered the septic tank last, was taken to St. Anne's Bay Hospital, where he has been admitted. The two other men were pronounced dead at the scene by a doctor. Their corpses were removed from the college compound in a St. Michael's funeral home van shortly after 10 p.m. The media were not allowed to access the college compound. Some co-workers of the deceased were observed milling around the college up to late in the night, but they declined to comment. Crash on Bagua Gorge. 5 persons have been rushed to hospital after a collision in the Bagua Gorge in St. Catherine. The crash involved a motor car and a truck. Eyewitnesses say the vehicles were traveling in opposite directions before impact. First responders are working to clear the scene as motorists wait on the roadway to be cleared.
No. Watch that.
These apartments, especially.
Two injured in Mandela Highway crash. 2 persons have been rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital after sustaining injuries in a collision between a Vaxi minivan and a 10-wheeler truck along the Mandela Highway in St. Catherine. The injured are reportedly in critical condition. The drivers of both vehicles reportedly escaped harm. Police personnel from the nearby Ferry police station declined to speak to the media. The driver of the minivan, who careened into a ditch, was accused of attempting to overtake the truck. According to data issued by the Road Safety Unit on Monday, September 6, there have been 320 crash fatalities this year, 6% or 18 more than the corresponding period in 2020. Bellevue alarm as 35 isolated virus patients. A patient transferred from Kingston Public Hospital KPH to Bellevue Hospital is believed to have triggered a second outbreak of COVID-19 at the Stage 1 mental health facility, where one person has so far died and 35, including registered nurses, are in isolation. The first case was discovered on August 31st, only 8 months after a cluster of cases was discovered, raising concerns about whether health protocols were rigidly observed. But senior medical doctor, SMO Dr. Claire O, reported on Monday that we are managing quite well despite 21 chronic patients and 15 staff members testing positive. The majority of staff infected, he said, work within the dietary department, while the others are maintenance and clinical staff, including patient care assistants and psychiatric aides. None of the 540 patients are vaccinated against COVID-19, and only 40% of the 600 staff members have been inoculated. We are following the Ministry of Health protocols, and Bellevue Hospital has an isolation ward. So all the patients are in the isolation ward, and people who have showing symptoms, and some of the patients and staff who were identified to be in contact with positives, even though they are not showing signs, have been tested, the doctor stated. He said the first patient who tested positive was transferred from Kingston Public Hospital to Institution Psychiatric Ward. The woman was found to be infected 2 days after arriving there. After that, the majority of the cases were found were the chronic section of the hospital. The chronic section is where patients are basically locked down for months now, and we have no communication. They are not going out at all, he added. The SMO said that it was not clear how infections began in that section of the facility. A risk assessment, doctor stated, was done following the Health Ministry's protocol and policy treating outbreak. Based on that, we categorize people like those who are in high exposure and those who are in low exposure, and we follow strict guidelines with what to do with the high exposure people and the low exposure people, he said. Remember now, this is the Delta variant we are dealing with, so therefore it is highly contagious, and that's why I think we have the cases we have, but so far we are managing the situation with the Kingston and St. Andrew COVID management team and our clinical team together, he added. Meanwhile, SMO stated that preparations were being made to have patients vaccinated with the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The government last month received 115,200 doses through the African Medical Supplies Platform. Nurses Association of Jamaica President Patsy Edwards Henry revealed that 5 registered nurses at Bellevue tested positive for COVID-19. 4 are mildly ill, and 1 precautionarily admitted to the Mandela Regional Hospital has been released and is recuperating at home, she said. The NAJ president said that troubling developments were emerging at Cornwall Regional Hospital, with a sizable portion of the nurse complementary absent in suspect or confirmed cases. That has put additional pressures on workforce at the already short-staffed facility. Edwards Henry disclosed that the NAJ would be conducting a survey this week to determine the number of nurses across Jamaica that have contracted COVID-19. The nursing boss theorized that cross-contamination could be a factor in the spread of the virus among healthcare workers traversing various areas of the hospital. When one person goes down, you have to take persons from this area and put them in another area, so the whole movement of nurses across the different areas for coverage, that can be one of the indicative factors, Edwards Henry stated. Mark Stewart led demonstration in Maypen.
Look at this. Capture, look at this.
My money! No force! No force! No force!
Stay on the white line. Stay in the white line.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.
Ready? People are here watching, you see? See what happened? Police, soldiers, everything. Everybody come out. There's long lines in Maple. Everybody come out. As we come out, the police come out. So you see the tyranny, you see what's happening. But we will not stop.
No.
We will not stop.
No.
We're going hard.
We're not bow.
We're taking the city.
Yes. By fire.
Fire.
In the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Fire.
So people, we're going to church.
Yes.
We're in this.
Yes.
It's time to come out, Jamaica.
Yes.
Stop
Yes.
watching and come out.
Yes.
Come on, join.
Yes. Yes.
Come on, join.
Yes.
My body, my child, the trumpet sound, not before the sun.
My choice.